Step away from the tent, hands where I can see them. The flashlight beam cuts through the darkness. 3 police cruisers, 6 officers. Red and blue lights painting the underpass in strobing color. Gabriel Orin stands slowly. His hands rise, empty, steady. Sergeant Mitchell Voss steps forward, hand on his holster. Gabriel Orin? Yes. We need to talk to you about an incident this afternoon. Highway 12, mile marker 47. Gabriel's expression doesn't change. The woman with the flat tire. So you admit it. I helped her change it. Voss's jaw tightens. And then what? Then nothing. She drove away. She says you took something from her car. The other officers shift, tense, ready. Gabriel's hands don't lower. His breathing stays even. I didn't take anything. Her wallet is missing. $273, credit cards, ID. I didn't take it. Voss steps closer. You're homeless, desperate. You see an opportunity? I didn't take it. The sergeant's voice rises. Then why did she call us? Why did she say a homeless man helped her, and now her wallet's gone? Gabriel meets his eyes, gray eyes, calm, unbearably calm. Because people see what they expect to see. 9 hours earlier, the tire had blown on the worst possible stretch of highway. No shoulder, no guardrail. Just a narrow strip of asphalt between 2 lanes of rushing traffic and a steep embankment dropping toward the riverbed below. The woman, Allison Park, 31 years old, corporate attorney, had been on her phone when it happened. Conference call. Client crisis. She'd barely registered the sound before her car lurched sideways. She'd managed to pull onto a dirt access road, 50 yards off the highway, engine off, hazards blinking. Her hands shook as she dialed AAA. 2-hour wait, the dispatcher said. We're backed up. 2 hours? I have a meeting in 40 minutes. I'm sorry, ma'am. That's the earliest we can get someone out there. Allison hung up, stared at her phone, Googled how to change a tire. The instructions looked like a foreign language. She got out, opened the trunk, stared at the jack and the spare tire like they were artifacts from another civilization. That's when Gabriel appeared. He'd been walking along the access road, plastic bags in both hands, donations from the church downtown, canned goods, a blanket, socks. He stopped 10 feet away. You need help? Allison jumped, spun around. Gabriel stood in the afternoon light, late 50s, maybe 60. Worn jacket, faded jeans, canvas backpack. His face was weathered, lined with sun and exhaustion. His beard was graying and uneven, but his eyes were clear. I'm fine, Allison said automatically. Gabriel glanced at the flat tire, the open trunk, the confusion on her face. You know how to change it? I can figure it out. Gabriel nodded, set his bags down. Mind if I help anyway? Allison hesitated. Every instinct said no. Stranger, homeless, isolated location, but something about his posture, calm, non-threatening, patient, made her pause. Okay, she said finally. Gabriel stepped forward. Didn't approach her, just moved toward the car. He crouched beside the flat tire, examined it. Sidewall blowout. You hit something? Pothole, I think. Gabriel nodded, stood, walked to the trunk, lifted the jack with practiced ease. His movements were efficient, precise. No wasted motion. He positioned the jack, raised the car, removed the lug nuts with a tire iron that looked ancient but worked perfectly. Allison watched. You've done this before. Few times. Are you a mechanic? Was. Long time ago. He removed the flat tire, rolled it aside, lifted the spare into place. His hands were scarred, knuckles thick, nails clean despite everything. Allison shifted. I really appreciate this. No problem. Can I pay you? Gabriel glanced up. No. Are you sure? I have cash. I'm sure. He tightened the lug nuts, lowered the jack, stood and brushed dirt from his jeans. You're all set. Drive careful. Spare tires aren't meant for long distances. Get it replaced soon. Allison blinked. That's it? That's it. She reached for her purse on the passenger seat, pulled out her wallet. Please, let me give you something. Gabriel shook his head. I didn't do it for money. Then why? He picked up his bags. Because you needed help. He started walking back toward the highway. Allison stood by her car, stunned. Wait, What's your name? Gabriel. I'm Allison. He nodded once, kept walking. Allison watched him disappear down the access road. Then she got in her car, started the engine, drove toward her meeting. She made it 5 miles before she realized her wallet was missing. Now, under the highway overpass, Gabriel stands with his hands raised. 6 officers, 3 cruisers, Sergeant Voss 10 feet away. We're going to search your tent, Voss says. You have a problem with that? No? Good. 2 officers move forward. They approach Gabriel's tent, a small 2-person camping tent, faded blue, patched with duct tape. One officer unzips it, shines his flashlight inside. The tent is organized, meticulously so. Sleeping bag folded in the corner, clothes in a plastic bin, toiletries in a zippered pouch, a small stack of books, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, a worn Bible, a field manual for vehicle repair. No wallet. The officer steps back. Sergeant, nothing here. Voss's eyes narrow. Check the bag. They pull out Gabriel's backpack, empty the contents, 2 cans of soup, a pack of crackers, a bottle of water, a photograph in a plastic sleeve, faded, creased, showing a younger Gabriel in uniform beside a woman with dark hair and a boy, maybe 5 years old. No wallet. Voss steps closer to Gabriel. Where is it? I don't know. You were the only one there. I didn't take it. Then where did it go? Gabriel's voice stays level. Maybe she dropped it. Maybe someone else found it. Maybe it's still in her car. We checked her car. Then I don't know. Voss's frustration builds. He's dealt with homeless people for 15 years. Theft, addiction, desperation. He knows the pattern, but Gabriel doesn't fit it. No drugs visible, no alcohol, no signs of instability. Just calm, unnerving calm. You got ID? Voss asks. Gabriel reaches slowly into his jacket pocket, pulls out a veteran's ID card, faded, laminated. Voss takes it, shines his light on it. Gabriel Elias Orin, U.S. Army, Staff Sergeant Service, 1987-2008. Voss's expression shifts, barely. You're a veteran. Yes. 21 years? Yes. Voss hands the card back. His tone changes, not softer, just less sharp. Where'd you serve? Germany, Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo. Combat? Some. Voss studies him. Why are you living under a bridge? Gabriel doesn't answer right away. Then quietly, because I don't have anywhere else. The silence stretches. One of the younger officers, Officer Kendra Lawson, 27, 3 years on the force, steps forward. Sergeant, can I talk to you? Voss turns. What? Lawson pulls him aside, lowers her voice. I don't think he took it. Why not? Look at his stuff. It's organized, clean. He's not desperate. And he helped her. Why would he steal from her after helping? Opportunity. Or maybe he's telling the truth. Voss glances back at Gabriel. The older man hasn't moved, hands still visible, posture still calm. Voss's instincts war with his experience. Then his radio crackles. Dispatch to Unit 7. Voss keys his mic. Go ahead. We've got an update on the missing wallet case. The complainant found her wallet. It was under the front seat of her car. She apologizes for the confusion. Silence. Every officer turns toward Gabriel. Voss lowers his radio slowly. His face flushes. Gabriel's expression doesn't change. No smugness, no anger, just the same steady calm. I'm sorry, Voss says. Gabriel nods. Okay. We'll leave you alone. Okay. Voss hesitates. You need anything? Food? Blanket? I'm fine. The officers begin to disperse, cruisers backing up, lights turning off. But Lawson doesn't leave. She walks toward Gabriel. Mr. Orin? He looks at her. Thank you for your service. Gabriel nods. Just did my job. Lawson glances at his tent, at the photograph still lying on the ground beside his backpack. Is that your family? Gabriel's jaw tightens, barely visible. Was. What happened? For a long moment, Gabriel doesn't answer. Then, my wife left, took our son. I was deployed too much. When I came back, I was different. PTSD, anger, I tried. Wasn't enough. Lawson's throat tightens. I'm sorry. Me too. Do you talk to them? No, my son's 28 now. Hasn't spoken to me in 12 years. Maybe it's better this way. Gabriel's voice is quiet, final. He deserves a father who's whole. I'm not that. Lawson wants to argue, but something in Gabriel's eyes stops her. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out a $20 bill, extends it. Gabriel shakes his head. I don't need, I know, but take it anyway. He hesitates, then accepts it. Thank you. Lawson walks back to her cruiser. Voss is waiting. We good? Voss asks. Yeah, we're good. They drive away. 19 years earlier. Gabriel had been 43 years old, staff sergeant, third deployment to Iraq, Fallujah, house-to-house fighting. He'd led a squad of 8 men, cleared buildings, secured neighborhoods, watched friends die in doorways. One afternoon, an RPG had hit their Humvee. Gabriel had pulled 2 men from the wreckage while ammunition cooked off inside. He'd received a Bronze Star, a handshake, a 3-day pass, then back to work. When he'd finally come home, he'd been different. Jumpier, angrier, couldn't sleep without nightmares, couldn't sit in restaurants without scanning exits. His wife Monica had tried. God, she'd tried. But Gabriel had been somewhere else. Some part of him still crouched in Iraqi streets waiting for gunfire. Their son Daniel had been 10 years old. He'd wanted his dad to coach soccer, go to school events, be present. Gabriel had tried, failed, tried again, failed worse. Monica had left when Daniel was 16, took him to her sister's place in Oregon. Gabriel hadn't fought it, knew he was poison, knew they were better off. He'd stayed in the house for 2 years, drinking, isolating, waiting to die. Then one morning, he'd looked in the mirror and seen a ghost. He'd sold the house, given Monica the money, all of it. Then he'd walked away. No plan, no destination, just away. He'd drifted for a decade, odd jobs, shelters, eventually the streets. He'd stopped trying to be someone, started trying to just survive. Most days, that was enough. The next morning, Gabriel wakes at dawn. Cold air, gray light, the sound of traffic overhead. He crawls out of his tent, stretches. His back aches. His knees crack. He walks to the public restroom 2 blocks away, washes his face, brushes his teeth with a travel toothbrush and a small tube of toothpaste. In the mirror, he sees an old man, 62 years old, looks 70. He walks back to his tent, starts packing his things. He moves every few days, stays ahead of sweeps, stays invisible. As he's folding his sleeping bag, a car pulls up. Not a police cruiser, a sedan, silver, clean. Allison Park steps out. Gabriel freezes. She walks toward him slowly, stops 10 feet away. Gabriel? He nods. I'm so sorry. Her voice cracks. I was so sure. I called the police on you and you didn't do anything wrong. Gabriel sets down the sleeping bag. It's okay. No, it's not. I accused you. I was wrong. You made a mistake. I made an assumption. Allison's eyes are red. I saw you and I thought because you're homeless, you must be desperate, a thief, dangerous. Gabriel's tone isn't angry, just factual. People think that. They're wrong. Sometimes. Allison steps closer. I want to make this right. Gabriel shakes his head. You don't owe me anything. Yes, I do. She reaches into her purse, pulls out an envelope, extends it. What's that? Money, $500. It's not enough, but I don't want your money. Please. No. Allison's hand trembles. Then what can I do? Gabriel looks at her, really looks, sees someone carrying guilt she doesn't know how to put down. Forgive yourself, he says quietly. And next time someone asks for help, don't assume the worst. Allison's face crumples. She nods, can't speak. She sets the envelope on the ground, turns toward her car. Allison. She stops. Thank you for coming back. She nods again, gets in her car, drives away. Gabriel picks up the envelope, opens it. $500. He stares at it for a long time, then he folds it carefully, puts it in his pocket. 3 days later, Officer Lawson is on patrol when she sees him. Gabriel, walking through downtown, heading toward the Veterans Affairs office. She pulls over, gets out. Mr. Orin. Gabriel turns, recognizes her, nods. You okay? Lawson asks. Yeah. Where you headed? VA office, seeing about benefits. Lawson's eyebrows rise. You're applying? Maybe, thinking about it. That's good. Gabriel shifts his backpack. Woman who lost her wallet came back, gave me some money, made me think maybe I should try again. Lawson smiles. You deserve help. Don't know about that. I do. They stand in silence for a moment. Then Lawson pulls out a business card, writes something on the back. This is a shelter. They work with veterans specifically. Good people. If you need a place, I'm fine. I know, but just in case. Gabriel takes the card. Thank you? Lawson nods, returns to her cruiser. Gabriel watches her drive away. Then he looks at the card, at the address. He puts it in his pocket beside the envelope. Keeps walking. 6 months later, Gabriel sits in a small apartment. 1 bedroom, clean, sparse. He's been inside for 4 months now. VA housing assistance, case manager, therapy twice a week. It's not easy. Some days he wants to leave, go back to the tent, back to the simplicity of survival. But he stays. Because something changed that night under the overpass. Not the accusation, not the apology, but the way Lawson looked at him. The way she said, thank you for your service, like she meant it. Like he was still worth something. Gabriel sits at a small table. In front of him, a piece of paper. A pen. He's been staring at it for 20 minutes. Finally he writes, Daniel, I don't know if you'll read this. I don't know if you want to hear from me. I'm sorry for everything. For not being there. For being broken. For letting you down. I'm trying to do better. I'm in an apartment now. Getting help. It's hard, but I'm trying. If you ever want to talk, here's my number. I understand if you don't. I love you. I always did. I just didn't know how to show it. Dad, he folds the letter, puts it in an envelope, addresses it, walks to the mailbox outside his building, stands there for 5 minutes, envelope in hand. Then he drops it in, walks back inside. 2 weeks later, Gabriel is washing dishes, his own dishes in his own apartment, when his phone rings. Unknown number, he answers. Hello? Silence. Then, Dad? Gabriel's breath stops. Daniel? Yeah. More silence. I got your letter, Daniel says. His voice is older, deeper, but still recognizable. I wasn't sure you'd call. I almost didn't. Gabriel sits down slowly. I understand. Mom told me that you're doing better. Trying. Daniel exhales, long, shaky. I don't know if I can forgive you yet. That's okay. But maybe we could talk, sometimes. Gabriel closes his eyes. I'd like that. Me too. They talk for 17 minutes, awkward, careful, but real. When they hang up, Gabriel sits in silence. Then, for the first time in 12 years, he cries. Deep, wrenching sobs that he's held back for more than a decade. Not from grief, from hope. 1 year later, Allison Park stands in front of a city council meeting. 20 people in the audience. Gabriel is one of them. She's been working with a nonprofit, Veterans Housing Advocacy. She speaks clearly, passionately. We need to fund permanent supportive housing for homeless veterans, not shelters, not temporary fixes, real homes. Because the men and women who served our country deserve more than a tent under a bridge. Scattered applause. After the meeting, Allison finds Gabriel in the lobby. You came, she says. You invited me. I didn't think you would. Gabriel shrugs. Wanted to see what you were doing with that guilt. Allison laughs. Building something useful, I hope. Looks like it. They stand in comfortable silence. Thank you, Allison says, for that day. For not taking my money, for teaching me something I needed to learn. Gabriel nods. You taught me something too. What? That people can change their minds, about themselves, about others. Allison smiles. We both learned that. Real honor is invisible until someone looks closely. It doesn't wear a uniform, carry credentials, or demand recognition. It lives in the quiet act of helping without expecting reward, in the dignity of survival against impossible odds, in the strength to keep trying when the world has given up on you. We judge too quickly, see too shallowly, and assume too much. But beneath the surface, beneath the torn clothes, the weathered face, the broken circumstances, there are stories of sacrifice, service, and unshakable character. Honor isn't lost when life falls apart. It's proven, and sometimes the person we dismiss as invisible is the one carrying more dignity than we'll ever know. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button. Comment which moment hit you hardest. Was it Gabriel's restraint, Daniel's phone call, or Allison's return? Like this video if you believe real honor lives in actions, not appearances, and tell me where you're watching from. Remember, the person you overlooked today might be the hero you needed yesterday. Treat everyone with dignity, look closer, and never forget, true strength is often silent.